Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Muscatine Today Show. So happy to have you here with us this morning. Thank you for joining us. Thank you also to all of our great sponsors. R7 Reclaimed, they're open this weekend for the last weekend in August before they do a complete overhaul of the barn and turn it into fall for you all. So go out and visit them. Impact Life Blood Center, they are still looking for blood donors. So if you have a moment and you're eligible to donate blood, please go and visit them. They're right next door to us here. Lutheran Living, CBI, Toyota of Muscatine, Impact Athletic Performance, also Real Estate Resource Associates, Unity Point Health Trinity Muscatine, and of course Hy-Vee Muscatine with the Market Grill Express as we take over for the studios every day here from the Market Grill. So we have Christopher Shoemaker, and he's a little bit newer face to the MCSA family, and your official title is Housing Development Specialist.
Yep.
Okay. So there has been a ton going on with housing development and just like this housing initiative in our community. For a long time, we've talked about just the need for affordable housing, the need to if someone starts at MCSA and is in a situation where they're homeless, or how do we get them so that they don't end up back there again? You know, like how do we, and how do we have that housing out in the community? And so this has been a conversation for, years. I can recall having these conversations in meetings and things, even back during my time at the hospital when I worked there. So it's awesome that it's really I feel like it's real life now. The initiative is up and rolling, and people are things are happening. So let's talk a little bit about your position at MCSA and when you got started and all that fun jazz, and then we'll kind of roll in more into the initiative and where we're at right now with the projects.
Okay. So I started, I would say, the end of May, and so I've been there since then, so about almost 2 months.
Yep.
And initially, like I was saying earlier, I was volunteering at the food pantry, and an individual from the renovation group at MCSA asked me why I was there and sort of my background. And he found out that I had studied architecture at Iowa State. And so he asked me to come take a look at the 6th Street property, the property you all have seen before. And 2 days later, that next Monday, Scott Dahlke called me, asked me if I wanted the job. I came in that Tuesday and we got started.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
it was quick.
So literally you're just there volunteering, and all of a sudden, through conversation and connections, and I love that. That's awesome. So talk to me a little bit about what you do in your position, just truly kind of managing some of the projects, the housing development projects throughout town that you guys are working on right now. Yeah.
So right now we have the 6th Street property, 605 East 6th Street, and we also have a 5-plex over on 201 East 5th Street. And what I'm doing is I contact contractors, general contractors, and I essentially get I work on getting the apartments ready for our team to house them. So every
keep the
day,
projects moving along.
I keep the projects moving along. I'm a project manager. So that is that's
your gig. So let's talk a little bit about where we're at in the 6th Street. So when we went down and visited 6th Street, I think, so they had got let's see, when we were there, the demolition had kind of happened inside. So everything was kind of bare bones at that point. I think the deck had been put up. They fixed the deck a little bit so that it would be safe for volunteers and stuff to be going in and out. But other than that, it was pretty much bare bones when we visited. So where is that project at now?
So unfortunately, it's still bare bones inside. But we this past last Monday on the 13th, I believe it was. We had DW Improvements. We signed a contract with them, and they'll be replacing the windows, the doors, There's some foundation issues in the back of the house, which was an addition from the original structure. They will be repairing that, making it just more safe for the future family.
Yep.
They will be putting on new siding, fixing soffits.
Awesome.
So they'll be doing the majority of the exterior work.
Yeah. And that's the stuff that you have to get done now while it's nice out, right?
Yeah,
So those are the important things we need to get done before before that fun Iowa winter hits.
We're all looking forward to that.
Yes. So, and then you mentioned a Fifth Street house.
Yep.
What's going on at that one? I'm not really familiar with the project there.
So that one is a 5-plex. 4 of the apartments are empty right now. We have owned it since, I think, April, I believe, maybe March, before I became a part of the team. And we're doing the same thing. We're renovating the empty apartments and then improving the exterior. So we're putting on new windows, because those windows they're in very, very bad shape. Replacing the siding, new roof.
Wow.
There's no foundation issues. The structure on that property is in good
Really
condition. But the interior, the inside of the apartments was in really bad condition. So we currently have Jorge Molina from Molina Drywall LLC over there. He is repairing the walls. He's repairing the bathrooms. He's essentially getting it ready for us to have volunteers step in and finish the job.
Wow,
So
very cool.
Yeah.
So how do you decide what like volunteers can do and what you need to have like professionals come in and do? Kind of that like plumbing,
Yeah.
electrical, those are the things that you hire out.
Yeah.
And then like painting and maybe laying flooring or something like that. Those are the things that you try to find volunteers for, or?
Yeah, so I've been talking with Nick Morgan from the city, and anything that we need a permit for,
Sure.
we will hire a contractor for.
That makes sense.
Just to be safe,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
We are lucky to have a volunteered, certified, and licensed plumber on our team from the First Presbyterian Church. So he will be taking care of replacing plumbing, because it's volunteer.
Right.
And then, like you said, the volunteers, they will paint. They will actually install the floors, put up new door trim, put up new interior doors.
Cool.
They'll do everything inside.
Sure.
Which is also just as important as the
Of
exterior.
course, yeah. That's what makes a house a home,
It
right?
does, yeah.
So I am interested to hear, so this kind of just, in a way, this like position kind of fell in your lap. Is this kind of what you pictured for your job, and how are you liking it so far, working in like more of like the social work aspect of like the architecture and stuff? Is it, I mean, I have to imagine it's pretty fulfilling to be able to use your expertise to do something like that, but how's that going?
It's a lot more rewarding.
Yes.
Going back to my school days, we didn't really handle much with renovations, with remodels, with Section 8. It was all high-end luxury type of design that they wanted us to get ready for.
Right.
So it was a really big eye-opener when I stepped foot into the 6th Street property. That's when it kind of hit me. That's when I realized that, wow, this is where I should put my knowledge towards. This is where I should focus.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's really, really rewarding. Just every day knowing that we haven't yet got these properties ready to house
Yeah,
an
but can you
individual,
imagine like the first one?
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be so cool.
We are giving someone who has nothing everything.
Yeah.
We're giving them shelter. We're giving them safety, a warm home in the winter.
Yep.
And
It's pretty cool.
it's extremely rewarding.
Yeah. So as far as like the housing development and this housing initiative, we're talking about these 2 properties, and whenever I talk to Scott, he gets super excited and like, I mean, we could talk for hours about it, but what's the next step after these 2 properties? Have you already started talking about other properties? I mean, I know kind of like that one initiative, sort of that whole like 6th Street area is like, okay, like what can we do in this area to kind of build up that whole area? But what's the next after these 2 houses?
So there's a neighborhood between 6th and 7th and Mulberry and Orange, and the housing co-op. It's a few nonprofits. It's Rebuilding Together, MCSA, Community Foundation. We're all working together to get a grant, get money from the state in order to improve that neighborhood.
Awesome.
And that's just the beginning.
Yep.
MCSA alone we're working on purchasing 2 more properties. one on the corner of 7th and Orange. It's a 2-story white house. And one actually right across the street from our 6th Street property, that massive brick house. A beautiful home.
Yeah.
There's a couple other properties I probably shouldn't mention, but we are looking at purchasing.
Yep.
So right now we're kind of,
Yeah.
we currently own 3, working on owning 2, and then hopefully going to own 5 more. So
Yeah.
what is that?
That's awesome.
9?
Yeah. Very cool. So, like all of these years of talking about this and talking about the need and knowing that this was a need in our community, and now it's like coming to life. Like these things are really happening, and it's kind of happening pretty quickly. I mean, if you talk about going from 2 properties to 9 in the next, 6 months or however long it takes to do that whole process of buying a property. That's pretty cool stuff.
It is, yeah.
And that's when you talk to Scott, like that's where MCSA and where a lot of the other nonprofits want to go is making sure that they help people in the moment and that they also provide, that stable future for people too, and that there is those affordable homes, those safe neighborhoods that people can live in and stuff after too, once they get on their feet. So. Super awesome. That's what the process is all about, right? Is helping people meet the need in the moment and also to help them with the future too. So very cool.
Yeah,
I love this project. It's so cool. I can't wait to go and see it when it's even like in a couple months when like the outside. So make sure you invite me when the windows and the outside.
We would also love you to come over to the 5th Street property whenever those are completed.
Yes.
Because those will be beautiful.
Yes.
Those will be beautiful.
Absolutely. Tell me when it's time, and we'll come over. Thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for all the work that you're doing. I'm so glad that they found you that day when you were volunteering. It's fate, right? Like it's just you never know what's going to happen when you volunteer at MCSA.
You do good things.
Yeah.
Do, right?
Yep. All right, we're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back after this.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
All right, so our friends over across the street at Toyota of Muscatine sponsor What's in the Box on the show. And I mean, we have to initiate you the right way on the show. So I had a little bit different idea in mind, but they went, I feel like they went pretty easy on you. Okay. So you should thank them behind the camera back there. Anyways, you kind of know the rules, but for people out there, what he's going to do, he's going to stick his hands in through the holes on the outside, push open so you guys can kind of see, and he'll try to guess what's in the box as quickly as possible. Okay. Okay?
All right.
Sounds good. Let's go.
I'm going to say it's some package of hot dogs.
It is! You're so good. See, that was way too easy. Everybody loves a good hot dog. They're jumbo hot dogs even.
Oh,
Today is actually National Chili Dog Day.
Is it?
Yes. So
chili dog.
Right. You need to go have a chili. I wanted the whole chili dog in there.
that would have been great.
Yes.
That would have been great.
That would have been good.
What can I say? He worked with me here for years.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's National Chili Dog Day. So if maybe for lunch, you should probably celebrate that.
I don't know about that with this white shirt.
Right.
We'll see.
You'll need a bib for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was so good to have you on the show. Always great to learn about the projects at MCSA. Thank you again to everybody who's viewing and all of our great sponsors. We are excited that you joined us. Tomorrow, another great guest on the show. So please don't forget to join us at 9 a.m. tomorrow. But until then, remember that kindness is free. So spread that stuff wherever you go.
It's time for an update from the Not So Late Show with Austin, brought to you by Unity Point Health.
Listen up, everyone. I've got some news. Things are still kind of crazy out there, and the pandemic is still going on. And it's hard to keep people healthy. And right now, things are really tough for healthcare workers. There are a lot of people needing help with their health. They're working very hard. They're tired. And they are working extra shifts. Well, that would be like when you just get right out of school. You have to go back and do it all over again. Ugh. So there's something you need to know. It's time to be kind. Healthcare workers are doing the best they can to help you. They just need your help too. Take care of yourself however you can with your vaccinations and your healthy habits. But if you get sick, go see your doctor. If you have to wait, be patient. Be a patient patient. They're real people just like you. And do you know why they're working so hard? For you. So show them a little love, or at least a little bit of kindness. That's one way we can all feel better. Okay, that's all I've got, everyone. Stay safe out there and remember to be kind to healthcare workers.
This has been a special update from the Not So Late Show with Austin. Good night. We'll see you next time.